evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Don't get nervous. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They'll run with Drake. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5. First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 21. I'm here all day.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Runs through the contact. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Roquan Smith drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Kill.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Mahomes.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Number 1.
It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the option, here's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
The pass.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Makes the score.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking them.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Raiders 3, Broncos nothing.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Tackles. Tackles. Kill.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Touchdown.
Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Raiders 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Check Mike 21.
Check.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. 21, Mike 21. Check 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Switch.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
49-yard line.
Switch up. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, D.
Mahomes now on 1st down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 49 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instincts sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
Check Mike 21.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet
Let's go, D.
and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Tack McKinley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 20! And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. On 1st and goal, Drake. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
The 2-yard line.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. You're trapped.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Let's make these babies crawl the way back.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Las Vegas.
Come on, set. Cougar 19.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
At the 17-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but it was a 70 Lion. Mike 21.
Ricky. Hey, check Mike 20.
Check Mike 21.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Who that? Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here we go.
Watch the screen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback did.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the out. Watch the out.
From the gun, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. It looks like a smart one. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Winds up and lets it go. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
26-yard line.
Watch the pass.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Raiders 9.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Rig alert. Rig alert. Dragon 60. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 21.
They'll set up a throw. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
He'll buy some time right.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot, hot. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Check, check, check. Hey, 43.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. There we go.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
At the 23-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Let's get it.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Baby, I'm coming, baby.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of a national audience. And back at the 11, he goes down. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
For the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Accelerating, and off he goes. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
And a Raider first down.
They'll go with Snell here on first down.
I'm coming after you.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running, it's Dre. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Let's go. 29.
Yellow.
Mike, 29. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Kill.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he was out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
This is out quickly to the right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He's checking crash. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Fresno.
He's going to go for a big play down. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Let's go. Panther 60. Y'all not ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.